Hello, everyone, and welcome in. This will be one of those Is This Your Person readings. So we'll take a look at, and this will be romantic relationships with you and your partners. So, as always, especially with these readings, if it doesn't resonate with you, then this message is intended for somebody else. So don't try to force this situation to kind of superimpose over yours if this isn't really what's going on with you. But we'll take a look at the energy, kind of past, present, future, what's going on, pull some oracle cards. And this is a deck I don't use very often, this Spirit Song deck, so I'll have to kind of check back because it doesn't use regular, you know, pentacles, cups, things like that. So let's go ahead and jump in and we'll see. Okay, the jumper card overall, we have our Four of Crystals. So that's going to be our Four of Pentacles. And it actually, I guess it did come out in the reverse. So either way, it has to do with, this says control and security. So in the upright, that's about control. In the reverse, it's about kind of overspending, overgiving. So I know on the regular daily reads for a while, we had Four of Pentacles in reverse coming up over and over. And that's about kind of overextending yourself from a resources perspective, time, energy, money. All right, so in the past, pull a couple cards. We have the Queen of Shells in reverse. We have the Nine of Crystals in reverse. And then we have the Traveler, which is the Fool. So our Queen of Shells, so our shells is going to be our cups. So that's going to be our Queen of Cups in reverse energy is going to be, there's kind of this sense of like neediness and fragility a little bit. And then with our Nine of Crystals, so that's going to be our Pentacles. So our Nine of Pentacles in reverse, that is also an energy of overspending. And then with the Traveler, that's the equivalent of the Fool. So that's the stepping out, it's the potential, it's something new going on. And so this, regardless, or I guess since we have both directions that we're considering here with the Four of Pentacles, either about having a sense of control and stability, but in the opposite, it's about overspending. Since we did have overspending coming up as something that's happened in the past here with the relationship, it's kind of like that has led you to a place of feeling very needy and kind of this like vulnerable, fragile state. So whatever that was about, whether it was just not really focusing very much or whether it was feeling like you had to do that. So especially as it relates to relationships, I'm going to go with this feel for it, that it's not necessarily financially overspending. It is giving a lot of your heart, giving a lot of your time, giving a lot of your energy. And when that is leading to your Queen of Cups in reverse energy, that fragile, needy energy, it means that it's not being reciprocated, or it's not being given back the way you want it to. Knight of Feathers is what just flipped right now. So that's going to be your Knight of Swords energy. And that's going to be a little bit of this, action. On this card, it says action, focus. So it's kind of like, all right, let's do something about this. So there is an energy within the relationship of let's do something about this. And I think it's likely more coming from you versus the other person if you're the one that's been kind of giving. So let's take a look. So that's where things have been. Where are they now? I'll pull three cards. We have our Queen of Crystals, we have Hanged Man in reverse, and then we have the Shadow in reverse, which I believe the Shadow is Devil in reverse. So with your Queen of Crystals, so that's going to be your Queen of Pentacles energy, there's kind of this sense of now like comfort and luxury coming in and prosperity. So the Hanged Man in reverse, when you're starting to see things differently, like, you have felt stuck and then you're kind of overcoming it. This, the Shadow in reverse is going to be Devil in reverse. So it's almost like, you were giving and giving, and that was leaving you feeling kind of needy and fragile. And that is pulling you off of that's pulling you off of what your life path is. So, the good thing is in the recent past, there was also this like new, the Fool energy. So kind of that new start. So it's almost like even in the past, you acknowledged that was happening, and it was that sense of, okay, there's a new start. Like I need to do something about this. This needs to change. And you did overcome that. You did break free of that. I'll call it that devil energy of no, just give a little more, just give a little more, give a little more. So you were able to reflect, like you're able to reflect on that and then work on breaking that habit so that you can get to that place of comfort and prosperity. So let's see what's coming in terms of the future energy here. And then we'll pull some oracle cards as well. So future energy, we have the Star in reverse, we have Strength, and then we have Four of Acorns in reverse. So that's going to be Four of Wands in reverse. So there is kind of some, I'll call it family discord coming in. This in the twin flame community is a twin flame card, the Four of Wands, regardless of upright or reverse. It's, still 1111. So it is requiring a lot of strength from you. And with the Star in reverse, this is something's disrupting your peace. Like there's a little bit of like a lack of faith. So it's almost like, okay, you recognize the imbalance, you're starting to do something about it and kind of turning that corner, but then it's leading you to a place of, okay, well, is this really going to stay? Is this really going to change for good? So let's pull a few more cards. We'll pull them from this other deck here to see some clarification on what else is coming through in the future. Because there was that, with the Four of Acorns in reverse, having some, family discord, like there's self-doubt and so that's not as good. So let's take a look. What is that self-doubt about? What is that Four of Wands in reverse about? It's about keeping balanced, keeping judgment, and those two came out together. And your Five of Pentacles energy, that is feeling left out in the cold. Like that's being locked out of your blessings. Your Four of Swords is going to be more about having that deep thought and reflection. So again, it's some of this Hanged Man energy. So there's a little bit of this looping that's going on here, but you are trying to sit in this balanced state and saying, can I learn from these lessons? What can I do to keep myself from being locked out of these blessings? What lesson is it that I need to learn? So let's see if there's any other information. What lessons are trying to come through here for this relationship, for this situation? Lesson of Ten of Wands in reverse. And so that's going to be a lesson about stress. So this is about, since it's stress and burnout, it's that lesson of moving past being in a place where you feel like you have to give. So this has that tone of learning about your self-worth and realizing that you can't do all of it yourself, because otherwise then you're going to be kind of like, again, locked out of your blessings. So that, and I would say, since it did come into balance and then something pushed it out of balance, so it looks like it's coming into balance right now, but the next level of energy is going to bring some imbalance and some, a little bit of trouble on the home front. So then once that comes in, then the next part that came in right after that was distrust. And it was kind of some of that fear. And, then since we had our Four of Swords as well, where that's your deep thought and reflection. But once the fear part started to come in, then you started to get a little bit of that, oh my gosh, maybe things aren't going the way I thought they were going to. So that's the part that needs to be broken, is that cycle of when you see something change or shift, don't go down disaster path. All right. Meditate and contemplate. So that's going with your Four of Swords energy. Seeing she's meditating, she's having her spa day, and that deep rest and recuperation. And so make sure that you're doing your meditating. And when you start to see something creep up that's causing you distress, don't let yourself go down that rabbit hole. Like, have this temperance, have this balanced, equal, or, not equal, but balanced energy where there's not excess. You're not overly worried. You're not overly giving, you're kind of sitting present in the moment. All right. Forgive and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. And children, your love life is being affected by your children. So there is the possibility that some of the family discord is coming up because of kids. I know, depending on your situation, kids can be very stressful, but it's a matter of, learning and forgiving. And some of that is also forgiving yourself. If you were the one that was giving and giving and giving, forgive yourself for that. Ending this will bring you peace. So if you can end that cycle of feeling like you have to do everything, and allow yourself to sit in the moment and allow your partner to step up and come in and help, that will help your situation. Stop making excuses for them or for it. I'll talk about that one in a second. And then you're stronger than you realize. So the strength card came out here. And so that's in there twice. So it is, you can do this, and that seems like that's the underlying habit that needs to be broken. So this, stop making excuses for them or for it. If you're the one that's always, oh, well, I'm going to put forth all this effort, I'm going to do all of this, I'm going to do all of that, you're not really giving your partner room to do it. And you might be making excuses, well, but they don't know how to do it, or I can do it better, or I can do it faster, or then what if they get it wrong? Well, stop making excuses for them. They're, presumably you're in a relationship with another grown adult. They can figure some of this out. So don't make excuses for why you're doing what you're doing when you could be allowing someone else to come in and help shoulder some of this, because that's what's going to kind of lead to some of this resentment. And then it leads to this energy of, I'm locked out of my blessings. But if you're not allowing somebody else to come in and help, then it's not the universe that's blocking you. It's you that's blocking you. All right. So we'll pull a few tiles here and see if any of these resonate with you. So whether it's initials, whether it's words, let's see. So we have rut, dart, tour. So however any of those are resonating with you, here, if you're watching this, I can turn these around. I don't know if you can see them very well when I do that. But all sorts of different things here, depending on what all is resonating with you. So, I hope you found this message to be helpful, but as I mentioned, take only what resonates. If it doesn't resonate with you, then, leave the message for somebody else. Otherwise, I wish you peace and joy along your journey. Until next time.